Okay.
We're live.
We're live.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
And also, this format in which we're sitting feels a lot more audience oriented.
Oh, so the vibe is already different.
Per our last conversation.
Well, the vibe is definitely different with the environment change, but it feels different talking to the camera. Yeah. Feels more natural. Yeah. Kind of.
It feels natural because we're looking forward, which is at the camera, but it also feels kind of weird because last time we were angled more like this, so it was easy to look back and forth between you and the camera.
Now it's like an interview.
But now we're...
What's up?
Hello.
Yeah. Now they can see our feet.
And I'm thinking about it. Do we put on socks?
I think that could be the case. I don't know. Do any other podcasts that I watch show feet?
Well, actually, maybe our feet aren't in there.
Let
me check.
I think we should definitely cover up your feet because we can monetize that. So let's just not give away free content.
Okay, well, you have to check because your feet are not in frame.
But when we do this, and then
so should we just pixelate it out? Which means
frame.
then we have to edit.
Right. Well, we can't do that right now.
So we got to keep the dogs off camera.
Yeah. Well, me, I don't know. Maybe that's our thing. Maybe we're the sockless pod.
Sockless pod.
Sockless pod.
That could be a thing.
That could be a thing. I feel like that's not what we want to be known for.
I don't think so either. That's
Yeah.
bad. That's bad.
It's pretty tough.
Sound.
Was the bong in frame?
Slightly. I think it's like halfway.
Halfway?
On your calves or whatever.
Let's move it out of frame, just in case YouTube wants to
demonetize us.
Yeah, on our second episode.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Who knows? Maybe we'll blow up right now. All we need to do is
show the feet.
Market the feet.
Market the feet.
Like, imagine this clip right now with the fucking YouTube text that it highlights every word you're saying or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then it's the 1 minute thing and we're talking about the feet. And then people actually watch the episode and it's nothing fucking related to it. Or, it's such a small snippet. But that's the whole point. It's a attention grabber.
Oh, yeah.
What's like the...
I don't know what the term is. Gotcha? No. It's a clickbait.
Clickbait. Yeah,
clickbait.
Exactly. Boom.
Yeah.
Good call. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. But super excited to do the second episode, especially in this new format. There's so much to talk about. Fucking... I feel weird, like, hosting, I guess. But, like, we have topics that we want to talk about. We went to Vegas.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. So much to talk about. Yeah, we've been putting off recording this episode.
We saw Fight Club. Ryan, for the first time, I rewatched it.
Yes.
What else do we want to talk about?
What were we just talking about on the couch?
Oh, yes. We are changing our relationship with substances, with weed in general. That was what kind of was like the major catalyst for filming the pod today, was just that conversation that we were having. I feel like it's really a sometimes thing for me. It should be. And lately, we've been smoking a lot more regularly, like every day, obviously. And I just think that it like zaps our creativity. Me specifically, I sleep worse, like less energy. I feel not as fit. And I just generally feel less motivated to do things. I don't know about the feet. I'm going to do it. To do things like play guitar or pod or do the dishes or whatever. And it has a lot to do with us being together and living together, because it's not like we're just alone. Being stoned alone is a different feeling than being stoned like with your best friend.
Yeah, so what we were getting at, not to cut you off, but
no, go for it.
Mentioning how when we smoke, you're giving yourself that dopamine rush and release by smoking. And so when we're not doing that, then you do have to do other activities activities to give yourself that happiness and that satisfaction. which can be really hard. And of course, it's a lot easier with somebody there. But yeah, if one of us wants to smoke, then it's like, of course, the other one is going to want to smoke. So it definitely has to be something that we do together.
And it's just going to be better. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I got off track because I was also saying we mentioned how being together, we don't really feel the need to do the dishes or, play guitar or whatever because we're enjoying our time together, but also we're used to smoking and relaxing, and that's our version of enjoying time together. When if we were not smoking, then it would be like more motivation to get shit done. I mean, not that we don't get shit done, but it's just make it happen faster, I guess.
Make it happen faster. Our motivations are, I think, more apparent. I think that when we smoke, we satisfy a need or a diet per se of that dopamine of feeling good and relaxed and whatever. But remove that, and we're just more involved in our activities. I feel like we're producing more than consuming. And then furthermore, I think we're just consuming things differently. Like, as opposed to overindulging and like just trying to get as much things into the system as possible. When I don't smoke, I don't eat like that. I don't. I also don't feel guilty as much because, like, when I do smoke, I know that I'm not sleeping as well. I know that I'm not digesting things as well, as quickly, whatever, as efficiently. Whereas, like, when I'm not smoking weed, I don't mind eating unhealthy or whatever because I'm always exercising, and I feel like I'm actually utilizing that food, that fuel, even if it is like some pizza or whatever, much more effectively. So, like, everything is different. And with moving to LA, it's just been hard. It's just been hard. We've been faced with so many struggles, and smoking weed has been an escape. And I think that that's halted us or like stopped our progress, in a lot of ways too, which is like a bitter thing to say and a bitter pill to swallow. But like when you think about it, it's true because we're just focused on like getting home and like smoking and chilling or whatever.
Or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Oh wow, I so want to do this. I don't know.
Oh wow. Is that in frame?
I don't know. I guess not.
Let me see. Hold on, sorry people. No, your feet aren't like the end of your jeans. Now your heel is. Now you're straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay like this.
We're gonna stay like that, people. Sorry, my feet are cool. If we could garner an audience for male feet, I think that would be revolutionary, and I'm with it. You'd be okay with that, right?
I would be okay with that. And then we can use it as promo for our feet finder, whatever page. And that's where you can see my feet.
That's what I was going to say. That will lead to the paywall and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our, just pay for, what is it that everybody puts their podcast on? The paid one?
What?
The paid platform. It's not YouTube.
Oh, Patreon?
Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was with P. I was like, paid platform, something.
Yeah.
Patreon. On Patreon, you can see my feet for just however much it is.
Yeah. Well, whatever we would do. Well, it has to be an OnlyFans for the feet.
Right. I was just kidding.
Yeah, it has to be an OnlyFans. And then there would be a paywall. And then it would be like, we would sell pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. At different prices.
Yeah. Which bundle pack? You can get 5 pics for maybe 5 for 5.
We could do seasonal pics. Like
seasonal.
We could dress it like spooky.
Oh my gosh! And then that money we can use to get pedicures, and so I can do seasonal pedicures.
Right. Oh wow! Different colors. Wow! Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Whose assistant or former podcaster or whatever went viral?
Oh yeah.
Bobby Lee.
No, it was Brendan Schaub's. Oh my goodness! I can't believe I'm blanking on her name. She worked with Chin. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to look it up. Sorry, folks. Break the fourth wall.
Also, what time is it?
It's 2:46. T-Fat K... Cat. Katine Lee.
So she went viral or she ended up, I don't know, you know the story better.
Yeah, they had like a conversation or a few conversations on the pod that like, I guess to some regard she had nice feet, and fans, somehow she figured out that fans were like inquiring about seeing her feet, and so she made an OnlyFans and it became super successful. And then she made so much money that she didn't need to work on the pod anymore.
Right.
So
she dipped.
She's fucking, shout out to her. That's the dream.
Yeah. And let's tag her so that she can set me up with the tools for success.
You can do a collab.
Yeah.
The toes.
Oh my God, yeah.
But she does like full bikini photos and stuff like that now.
You wouldn't be down
I
for the bikini pics? I don't know if I would be down for the bikini pics.
Well,
I want that to be just for you.
I would like that too. And I would like to see, like, let's just try the feet. Let's not just fucking...
Yeah, full sense.
Yeah, like the feet could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feet could work. Or,
yeah.
Or even like sexy outfits and the feet. I think that'd be better than the bikini. Like basically Halloween costumes. That I think would be alright. But maybe we could do like couples photos and I would feel less.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. If we have the platform and the money staring at us in the face, it's like,
I know.
you know, it's like, what am I going to do? Go to work?
Sin City. That's LA's version of Sin City. It's fucking consumerism. Why would I go work a job when I'm making a living?
Yeah. Like
selling.
Rubbing my pussy on camera.
Right.
Or whatever.
And it's so valid. So valid.
Yeah.
Why would you? Why would you? If you're okay with that, people are paying for that, do what you will. It's a new age. It's a new age. I just saw a video or whatever, reel, I don't know what it was, of some girl dropped out of school, dropped out of college, because she was making a full, paying everything, paying all her bills, whatever, selling cookies on Instagram. She made like 200 cookies a week or some shit like that. And she would like post the release. This is in New York, I want to say.
New York City?
New York City, I believe. So yeah, she would post it, or she ships them out to whoever buys them, whatever. But yeah, limited release. They sell out every single time within minutes because she's gone viral or whatever. And of course, they're like these big. But yeah, she just bakes them in her fucking studio apartment. And that's it. Whoa, I just hit my mouth. I hope it doesn't like pop.
They're
but
just
yeah.
regular cookies? What's up with these cookies?
They're like big, chunky cookies. They're literally just cookies.
And she ships them to people?
Ships them all over. I don't know where.
And there's like no titty pics or anything?
No titty pics. No,
just
nothing.
cookies.
It's a
There's no
bakery,
weed in the
Instagram.
cookies?
No weed in the cookies.
Wow.
She throws a little Maldon salt on top of the chocolate chip cookies.
That's what it is.
They're unique, you know. She's chefing it up. People
Yeah.
are paying. I forget. I looked up like the prices. I was really like, no fucking way. You can make money doing anything. Anything.
Wow. That was intense. That was good. I'm just trying to think about these cookies. Can we get the cookies? Like, is it too far to ship them to California?
I don't think so.
Will they be good? Are these like, is that the trick? She's like, I'll ship them anywhere.
Right, but
They're
you gotta
fresh.
pay the extra rush shipping if you want it.
Yeah. And then is it like, you said she drops like a list of what she's making?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so she just...
Let me see your phone. Maybe I can find her.
That's pretty cool.
It's
Shout out
crazy.
to the cookie lady.
I know.
We should get her
And
name.
she's younger than us. She's younger than us.
Oh,
She
yeah.
dropped out of college.
Yeah, her undergrad. Fuck was that? There's a lot of noise outside. Big truck. Big truck.
Truck.
But shout out to Kat. And honestly, no judgment at all to anybody making their money in, you know, a similar way or whatever. And in fact, admiration. You know, they took the leap and they did it. They broke out of the system. Like, to be going to work at these jobs that we don't like every day and just making like not enough money and just being involved in that cycle is so whack. And this is another reason why we wanted to start the pod, to talk about that and hopefully to, you know, maybe one day break out of that through this. It's just so fucking.
I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Can't find it. It's just so fucking whack to continuously be involved in this cycle, this rat race.
You got a text from Maria about your porter shift or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I talked about. Baby.
No.
Oh. Disregard. Thursday porter, 5 to 11. Sorry, guys. I got offered a shift.
Work.
Thursday.
I just got a new job. Talk about that.
Oh, wow. Thursday's kind of tough because that's going to be when we're getting back, right?
We get back. No, we get back on Tuesday. But we're off on Wednesday. Right? If we're going to go Monday, Tuesday.
We're having the dinner with your parents on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Should I just do it? Yeah, I should just do it, huh? I can't really say no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, anyways, that'll be after the pod. Sorry, guys. We were going to talk about the new job, but just for context, I have a shit job at the pool in this hotel. Bartend at the pool. So many things wrong with that situation. But lately I've been working in a different outlet within the hotel, the tap room, which is much nicer. I got to bartend last night. Previously I was a porter, which is like a busser. That's good.
I don't know why I thought I heard my phone ringing. I was worried that it was going to like not record what you were saying.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
So anyways, yeah. I've been getting to work in this other outlet, and it's much nicer, and it's much better. So it's kind of been like a on-call thing, like, hey, do you want to work this shift? And so I've just been saying yes, and I think that that's just what I need to do.
Yeah, it's brand new. He's worked 2 shifts.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, just 2 shifts.
And like, also different positions. Bartender, currently.
Mm-hmm.
But did 1 shift as a porter.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
I just said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think that's when I was looking at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
So, yeah. I don't know. And, it's not like I really am super jazzed about even being in the tap room, but it's just better opportunity than the pool. Ultimately, I think I'm burnt out of the hotel. Just already. I think I'm kind of over it. The bartending at the tap room is a very, very good opportunity. It's a great learning opportunity. The types of cocktails that I'm making, the types of customers or guests that I'm experiencing, the style, it's much more like fancy. So that's really cool. It's much more craft. But beyond that, it's kind of whatever. Like, it's not that fun. Like, I'm not interested in this style of, like, posh bartending and, like, being fucking snooty and shit. Like, I resent it. Anyways, for context, Mariah got a dope new job.
I did. I got a new job. There's pros and cons to every situation, every job. But it's been a long time coming. I've been applying, interviewing everywhere, people saying that they'll call me back, and then I never get the call. So it's been tough. I have always felt that I've been like really lucky and really good in interviews, so to get rejected was annoying. But yeah, this thing, it took a little bit of time, finally worked itself out. It's in Simi Valley, which is a ways away from where we are. But it's a really cool spot, seemingly. Seems like it's a good opportunity for money. I can learn a lot about the drinks. So the chef and owner, does like a rotating menu, seasonal menu that changes often, depending on what he has. It's all local shit, and he's very proud of all of the stuff that he makes and puts on the menu. So to be able to build around that, and like he wants somebody that can come in and kind of be innovative, not just be a bartender. Like, you got to have the personality, you got to be willing to or open to learning all the new things. And I like the one and only picture, not one and only, but they have very few photos like on Yelp and things. They had like a green IPA or something. So it's cool. It's like different stuff that I'll get to learn and that I haven't done before. And it's a smaller environment, so it's not like the big, all of the jobs that I've had previously are like these big restaurants and like, you know, I worked at a movie theater, a bowling alley, and briefly TGI Fridays, now this fucking pizza place. So that's all these like corporate big stores. And this is different. Like it's just this guy, his small team. Um, so I'm really excited. It's a drive, but I think it'll be worth it. It's really good hours too. It's only in the evening, so it's 5 to 10. They're open Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, 5 to 11. And on Sunday, it's 5 to 9. Yeah.
So gas.
The only thing that sucks about starting at that time is that
Traffic.
it's traffic hour. Traffic hour picks up around 3. So that's a little tough. But I'm thinking right now, also he works the morning shifts, so it's just total opposites right now. But yeah, I'm trying to look at the pro of the situation, and like if he's at work during that time, then I can just do whatever at the house until about 2 o'clock, head over to my family's house, because I would assume that's around when my brother gets home, like 3-ish, chill. And then, I don't know, maybe there won't be time for that, because if we open at 5, maybe I get there at 4 to open and like prep.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
The opposite schedule thing is really a major concern.
Yeah. It's taxing.
Yeah, that shit sucks. Super foul.
Yeah, it would happen like far and few between in San Jose, but our jobs were just so different then. So yeah, like our schedules, well, at least my schedule would change a lot like throughout the week because I had at the time open availability at those jobs. So yeah, every once in a while we would get like an opposite shift day, but for the most part, we were both working nights. So
yeah, working nights is the way to go in the service industry, unless we were both on the morning wave, which would be super rad.
That would be best case scenario. If we could get like jobs at a brunch place or whatever, so you're done with your day by like 3 or 4. That's a dream.
That is the dream, and to be on that schedule, like with the sun and things, is just the way to go as a human. And we realize that working against the clock, being up late at night, constantly, is not the way to go. But also the hours, 5 to 10, 4 to 10 or whatever, is so rad compared to like 8s or 10s or 12s or whatever.
Exactly.
Still making the same amount of money.
Don't have to worry about taking a lunch. You fucking show up, work, leave.
Which is so ideal. So ideal. And it's not like we're trying to give our lives to these jobs. But what is true is that they're willing to take it. Mm-hmm. Take them. Take our lives. Take all of our time, all of our effort, and just like not give a fuck.
Yeah. And that's the thing about these corporate jobs or whatever. They don't give a fuck about you as much as you have that cool manager or whatever, like people that you think have your back.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't, because they're just part of the system and they'll just do whatever the fuck their boss tells them to do. Yeah, he had really cool managers, seemingly great coworkers, or not great, cool coworkers at this one spot in San Jose. Told them that he would be calling out because he had an essay to get done, homework to get done, and this is like a couple days in advance. Or like, yeah, a couple days in advance. And it was like, so would you rather me call out this day or this day? Because I need one day to do the work. Mm-hmm. And then this is a manager that's like trusted, you know, been working together. You worked there for a while, right? Like over a year? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then fired him for it.
Yeah. You can definitely get into the mindset that people at work are your friends or they have your back or whatever, but everybody's there for money and everybody's there for themselves.
They'll use and abuse you as much as you can, as much as you let them.
Even good people, you know, and I'm not saying that those people in that particular situation were good or right or whatever, but people are backed into a corner. They'll behave differently. They'll always choose themselves, and rightly so. Why would I expect them to do otherwise? it's a bitter pill to swallow. It's like a harsh truth, but it is what it is. And so that's another reason why we're not trying to get caught up in these jobs, and needing to call out or something is a concept that we, struggle with, because other shit happens. Life happens. Sometimes you need to get schoolwork done. Sometimes you're sick. Sometimes you just need a day to like decompress and to just like not fucking shoot someone. And I think that that's okay to do. And what we've been realizing and what we've just been telling ourselves is the show goes on. Nothing changes. Like, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, even if the worst thing was to happen, like to get fired or whatever, like we're going to find our way. And it's something that we constantly think about, being involved, especially in LA. Back home, it was different. Back in the Bay.
Yeah.
Back in the Bay, it was like, once we get to LA, things will be different. And now that we're here, we're just faced with so much rejection.
Yeah, because it's so, you think of LA and it's like a place of opportunity. There's supposed to be jobs everywhere and everybody achieving everything, or like at least that's the way you think about it. It's a positive place of like prosperity, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. When in reality, you show up and yeah, you're just faced with, along with success that people are achieving, there's so much rejection that, I mean, I'm sure it's talked about and stuff, but it's just unexpected.
It is a cliche of like people coming out to LA and like needing multiple years to find success or whatever.
Right.
But we didn't think that it would be so hard to just like get a job in the service industry.
Yeah, to bartend.
We didn't think that there would be so many motherfuckers trying to be actors and directors or writers or whatever that haven't yet and are also trying to get into the service industry, are also trying to Uber, are also trying to do DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart, whatever.
Dude, everyone's doing the same shit.
And what we did not realize was that all of those apps where in San Jose we could use to make money pretty regularly, like reliably, we can't even get onto the app. They waitlist us. Because there's so many motherfuckers trying to do that exact thing.
Yeah, Amazon Flex, Amazon driver, can't get on. And then I think it is Grubhub, right, that we can't get off the wait list.
Grubhub, Uber Eats, Instacart.
But yeah, we're about to be able to start Ubering once we're 25. So
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
2 weeks. Next week.
Next week from Ryan.
Literally less than a week for me. My birthday is on Tuesday. It's Thursday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, have no idea what we're gonna do. Not a clue. Well, a little bit of a clue. Maybe taking a little trip to San Diego. I don't know. I was looking into maybe Santa Barbara. I've never been. I think I have been like to Santa Barbara-ish area, but not that I can recall.
Shout out Andrew Schultz, went to UCSB.
Wow. Wow.
And shout out Dak Shepard. We just watched that pod. It was fire. We're going to tag both of you.
Yep.
Hope to meet you one day. And we hope to be on Flagrant. That'd be fire.
That would be the dream.
That
would be what's the term? Like a milestone of success or whatever?
Hell yeah.
Like that would be a moment where it's like,
we made it.
Yeah.
We made it moment. Being on Flagrant. Hell yeah. You hear that, Andrew Schultz? You can make our dreams come true.
With just
Think about that.
With just one donation. One act of kindness.
No, I want to earn it. I want to earn being a guest.
Yeah. Be viral. Be regular. Be funny. But it's tough because he's also a comedian. Are we gonna turn this into comedy too?
I don't think we need to worry about anything. I think we just need to be ourselves.
You're right.
Yeah, and it'll all come.
You're right.
That's ultimate, but also like the mission of the pod is is everything that we're talking about. Like we're going through the struggle of life in this fucking weird city, trying to like make sense of all these things, including money, and like talking about it, like being real. This is like what we're yearning for in media or in like content in general. So like we're providing it. and we want to like, provide support basically. Like also reach out like for ourselves. Like what are other people thinking about doing? Like whatever to find success, whatever that means to them, to like persevere through all this weird shit. Um, because also like we're into everything. Like we're big movie buffs, music, television, art, exercise, martial arts, books, food,
Everything. Literally everything.
everything in
There's
life.
not anything that we're disinterested in.
Exactly. So to be like a hub for like cool shit, that would be dope. To provide dope shit, dope conversations, dope information to like help people, to help everyone, to help us, to have these conversations even with just you and I. If nobody heard it, like we're just reinforcing all of our goals.
Yeah.
Just on the road, stacking days. Freaking Debo said that in his pod recently. Shout out Debo. Shout out 49ers. He was saying that I think he was talking about what?
Let me pass me the water.
Jaden Daniels, a star rookie quarterback right now, and he was like, or no, I think he was talking about the 49ers as well, that they just need to keep stacking days, good days on top of each other, getting better each day, then they'll just come back, because right now they're on a 2-game losing streak.
Tough start to the season.
It's all good. We'll be back. C-Mac is going to get back. Devo's going to get back.
Yeah. All of our key players are out. Kittle was out.
Kittle was out. Trent's a little. He's getting back to speed since he missed training camp. So is Ayuk. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. But what he was saying, and I think he also said this with Jaden Daniels, was to just keep stacking days, and that's what we need to do. Just keep stacking days, keep stacking pods, keep stacking workouts, healthy
eventually,
meals, good sleep.
A couple months from now, we'll be well into the pod. We're pretty getting there with the gym routine. I'm feeling a lot better, at least, and definitely seeing results. Feeling better on my runs when we do our runs.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, little things. I can feel myself being able to like pick up my pace, or when we do our regular few miles, I don't need as much time to recover. I don't know. My body's just acclimating, which is really cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah,
it's super dope to see getting better in any context, whether it's with you, with me, with somebody else, like with the 49ers, whatever the case may be. Even when the Rams beat us, like to see Matthew Stafford come back and to face all that adversity was cool.
It was really cool. Was I cutting you off? I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
It was really cool because despite it being a home game, it almost felt like the odds were against them. It was, from what I heard, the stat is from my father, so I don't know if it's true, but 65% of the tickets sold were like to Niner fans. So
how would they even get that stat?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I would believe it also, because the Rams, they moved recently. They were used to be the St. Louis Rams.
And prior to the Rams moving here, we had no other football team in California, did we?
The Chargers.
Right, the Chargers. But the Chargers were never at the level of success that the Niners were at. I mean, not never, but in recent years.
Or the Rams. The Rams won the Super Bowl.
After they came here.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, you're talking about before.
Yeah, so like without the Rams being here, it was natural or very easy for California. Oh, there's the Raiders. Duh.
Oh, the Raiders. Yeah,
Whoa,
the Raiders.
I did not mean to
My
discount
bad.
Raider Nation. Raider Nation is there and present always.
Raiders.
But yeah, it was like Niner fan or Raider fan. That's also why that rivalry was so huge, because they were just the two biggest teams in California. So such big followings everywhere. Yeah. So to come to LA for a Niner game is a very common thing, for it to be a lot of red in the crowd. And it was really loud for the Rams and really tough. And yeah, they were down by a lot, came back. Good for them.
Crazy.
Good for
Jawan
them.
Jennings had 3 touchdowns.
And that's a big rivalry. We have a tendency to win those games a lot of the time. So I give it to him this time.
Yeah,
I give it to him this time.
They're gonna get one.
Yeah.
They could
All right.
get one.
We all know what's going to happen next time.
They could get one. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of the mission of the pod, and I think, well, first of all, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, I would much rather be 1 day into the pod, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months into the pod, and once we have that momentum, like, nothing's going to stop us. Nothing's going to stop us right now, but that's just what we need, is to just stack the days. Stack the days, and we're there.
Boom.
Because what is also the difference between doing the pod and not doing the pod is literally like getting one piece of equipment and putting the phone up and fucking two things, the mic and the tripod. The mics and the tripod.
And we invested in a ring light because last time our setup was a lot worse. This is cool. Especially because we're filming in the daytime, ring light not necessary. But if we were to film at night, comes in handy. It'd be really cool. We're committed to the cause.
But my point is that what is anybody else doing to like make the difference, to get out of the rat race, whatever? All they're doing is just doing it. That's the only difference. It's not hard to pod. It's not hard to have like an ambition like this. Like the cookie lady, or whatever.
Kind of irrelevant, but I mean it's relevant. I'm already saying it, so we got to send it. But people on TikTok, I was gonna say bitches. Not everybody's a bitch. People on TikTok that go viral, and they're always saying like, just post your drafts, like just post them. Why not? Like, just post it. You're already recording it. You're recording for yourself, for whoever, for your friends. Post it, because if you think it's a little funny, somebody else is going to think it's a little funny. And then next thing you know, you have however many followers it takes to start earning commission on TikTok. And then you can just sell one little item. Obviously, TikTok shop going crazy right now. It's so ridiculous. That's what we're saying. It doesn't take anything to make money or to be famous. These people aren't even 18, and they're making all kinds of money on TikTok. Just making videos. Get ready with me. Or like, whatever.
It's Nike.
Whatever.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's fucking Nike. Flex.
Just do it.
Exactly.
Shia LaBeouf. Shout out.
I didn't
Did you not get it?
I didn't get the reference at first. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. That was fire though. That was really good. That was so good. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I like cool guitar picks. Sorry.
That he never uses. Just kidding.
That's part of the thing. It's part of the thing. It's part of the thing. I don't never use them.
No. He's very good.
I don't never use them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. But no.
Thanks.
I definitely could use them much more. Do we want to talk about Vegas?
What time is it?
It's 3:15.
I would like to be done about 3:30.
Okay.
So that I still have 30 minutes before work.
Okay.
And Vegas is a lot. Should I call out right now? Just kidding.
Vegas is a lot. Oh. Okay. What's our time?
Whoa. Oh no.
It's 38 minutes.
Okay.
Another 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes would be cool.
Okay. Well, I guess we can talk about Vegas then. There's just so much to talk about. Oh my god, part 2? Just kidding.
Maybe we should say Vegas and talk about Fight Club.
Okay, yeah. That's a good plan.
Fight Club.
Fight Club. That's the last time we're gonna say it. I'm just kidding.
That's it.
It
end the pod.
was so different from what I expected it to be, because it's such a famous movie, obviously iconic film. But yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. I had no. I want to say I had no expectations, but I guess I did, right? Because it didn't meet. Not that it didn't meet them. It was just such a darker film than I thought it was going to be. So grotesque. Yeah, there was like not really a lot of like comedic relief or anything like that. Was there?
It was dark humor, but yeah, I thought there was a lot. I thought there was a
I mean,
lot.
I guess yeah, the character in himself is.
Yeah. Well,
It's very smart. Like the more that I think about it, so initially I didn't know how I felt about it. I was really like it was just a lot, and it was a dark movie, so I didn't feel like I don't know. I don't know because I'm thinking back to like other movies that are darker too, and I really enjoyed them. Uh, and I don't want to say that I didn't like it because the more that I think about it, I do like it, and it is a really good film. But it was just dark.
I thought that what they were going for, what I thought the motif of the film was or whatever, not the motif, but just the way that they were playing on all the dark themes like suicide and insomnia, and the way that they just really had the Fight Club so that they could feel, so that Edward Norton, Tyler Durden one, I don't know what you would call it. I want to talk about the Tyler Durden shit too. Um, but Edward Norton's character just being an insomniac and just not really feeling, and then needing to go to the groups,
Therapy
yeah,
groups, yeah.
the therapy groups, and they open with him going to the testicular cancer group or whatever, and this guy Bob is this huge dude with bitch tits, and he's just like crying in his bitch tits, and he gets this huge catharsis, and he's able to sleep after he cries, so he becomes addicted to going to these group therapy things. And then that's where he meets this chick who comes in and basically ruins it all. Um,
She's doing the same thing.
she's doing the
Going
same
to all these
thing,
different sessions for like the free coffee and whatever else. She's not there to cry. Like,
but she's not sick either. She's just using the groups as well, and he can't get off. He can't cry with knowing that there's another faker in the room.
yeah.
So that ruins the whole thing for him, and then he gets like entangled with well, how does he meet Tyler Durden? He meets him on the plane. He meets Brad Pitt on the plane, and that's
Yeah.
when he says that he's selling soap.
Yep.
Right? So he meets him on the plane. Um, and is that before or after? Right, that's before he meets the chick, because he gets mad at the chick, and then he goes home. His home blows up, and then he calls Tyler Durden.
Yep.
He calls Tyler Durden basically to ask
Well, he calls
him.
the girl first. He calls the girl first, and he hangs up before he says anything. She's like,
Oh,
"I can hear
that's
you
right.
breathing on the end of the line, whatever."
That's right.
Hangs up, calls Tyler Durden.
Right. And then so, um,
Doesn't even ask.
if he
Yeah.
could stay with him, they like go out to a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And then while they're leaving the bar, Brad Pitt is like, "Just ask me. Just ask me if you could stay at my place or whatever." And Edward Norton's like, "What do you mean? Like, why do I gotta ask him?" Like all these things. So he asks him, and then he's like, "Yeah, okay." And then he's like, "Of course," or whatever. Very casually agrees to letting him stay at his place. And then Brad Pitt asks Norton. He was like, "Okay, now I'm gonna ask you to do something for me. Punch me in the face." And he starts jumping up and down. And he's like getting ready for it, and that's what like sparks their interest in fighting. Like they have a catharsis punching each other, and it feels like really good. And then they just do that, and then people start noticing, and then they get involved, and then
So here's my first thing. So I'm thinking back. Obviously, we're getting right in there with the spoilers. I'm getting right in there with the spoilers. So how are people? How do people get involved in the Fight Club, quote unquote Fight Club,
yeah,
in the fucking alley in the first place? If literally in reality it's this crazy guy
yeah.
fighting himself, nobody's gonna approach that, or nobody's gonna want to like
I think people would.
what?
Yeah, that's literally what happened. That's what they showed, him punching himself
Yeah.
in the alley. So, spoiler alert, right? Edward Norton and Brad Pitt are the same person. My understanding of the film is that Edward Norton is Tyler Durden. He's an insomniac. He and Brad Pitt explains this as well. He creates like this alter ego to do all the things that he wishes he could do, but he like can't take the responsibility or the guilt of doing those things So he like places all of that on the alter ego, on the other personality, aka Tyler Durden, and he also at the same time disassociates himself from that name, and he's in like this weird trance
Yeah, so
state.
he's had some kind of break.
Right. Right. So he's disassociated from himself. And he's assigned this other character the name, his name, and all of his like bad, evil qualities or whatever.
Yeah.
And so at some point he loses himself and he becomes just in the cycle of like going to this job that he hates and like not sleeping and like all this shit. And then I think his subconscious creates Tyler Durden, the alter ego, and then as a way, creates the alter ego as a way to get out of all of the funk and all the shit that he's in his regular life. So Tyler Durden does all the bad things that he's been wanting to do. But I thought that overall it was so interesting to see like the like allure of doing bad things, of like fighting and like just releasing all of that tension or whatever. And I think that that's what the movie was really highlighting, this cycle, this cyclical nature of going to this job that you hate and just like eating shit and then driving in traffic and eating shit and then going home to a place that you don't like or whatever, eating more shit. Or in Edward Norton's character's case, he was like obsessed with catalogs. He was like ordering a bunch of shit, material objects to make him feel better about himself. And then the movie was like, fuck all of that. Like, fuck money, fuck material possessions, like all that shit doesn't matter. Let's see what happens when we blow it up. And that's ultimately what he was trying to do at the end. He was trying to blow up all the credit card companies, all the buildings for the credit card companies.
Yeah.
And so that concept of like, fuck it all, I think that that's very attractive in its own sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Because one of my favorite films for a long time was V is for Vengeance. Whatever it is.
I don't know. I'm not unfamiliar.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
With freaking Natalie Portman and...
It's not V for Vendetta?
V for Vendetta. That's what it is. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't right. V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Yeah, same concept, right? They like blow everything up at the end of the, or not same concept.
I think
but,
that's what that like face represents, right?
Yeah, the like opposing the
fuck the man.
Fuck the man. I can't think of words right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really saw that movie. I saw like parts of it, and honestly, I kind of didn't like it.
I honestly don't remember a lot of it now that I've like brought it up.
Yeah.
I know that it was like there's a big message in the movie, but I genuinely can't remember what it is. And it was my favorite movie for a long time. But it was something to that nature. And I remember at the end, shit blows up, which is why I brought it up. But I don't remember if the reasons are related. Fuck, now I kind of rewatched that movie. I can't believe you didn't like it. 'Cause I remember really liking it.
Yeah, I thought it was like boring or something. But maybe that was just...
I also find interest in lots of movies. Any movie, almost.
Yeah, so I thought that Fight Club was so cool, and I thought that there was a lot of like funny ass moments in there, like the bitch tits or.
And I said immediately after that I would want to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I just need to rewatch it, and I'll have like a better viewing and understanding of it, and enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's definitely a good movie to watch, watch repeatedly or more than once, so that you can see.
Yeah.
All the nuances.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in rewatching movies. My old roommate Luam, shout out, she could not understand like how I would watch things multiple times, but I just have such different experiences, and I always bring up the Interstellar experience. It was also a rewatch, but I rewatched Interstellar for the first time in a while as a background film. Like I was doing homework. Got super into it, enjoyed the experience a lot. Put it on the following morning for the same reason, because I had just seen it last night, so what is it going to do for me now? And the beginning of the movie, I just was watching it for a few minutes. The beginning of the movie, now having understood and remembering the ending of the movie, hit so hard. I cried. I was crying at the beginning of the movie, and it was just like, fuck. I rewatched the whole film very attentively, and had such a different experience, almost better.
Fucking Matthew McConaughey.
It's so good. It's
Chris
so
Nolan.
good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And so yeah, my brain needs multiple sessions. I like to focus on different things. The first time I want the full experience. I want everything. The second time I want to pay attention to little details and like go in with the knowledge that I already have. And then the third time it's just like production, like pull it apart. How do they do that? Like, whatever. Or the third time is just like now rewatching it, having all of my questions and things answered, and then I get like a full experience, a full viewing experience, and it's like locked into my memory.
There you go.
That's what I need.
I just want to say that Matthew McConaughey is a cool motherfucker. In the Dax Shepard pod, they were talking about Dax's experience with McConaughey going to a Andrew Schultz show and afterwards and stuff. And he's just so fucking cool. And to be in my favorite movie ever, I really don't associate Interstellar with McConaughey. In fact, I forgot that he is the main character. But man, what a fucking movie. And that's not the movie he won the Oscar for. Crazy that motherfucker won the Oscar. I read his book. And he's just,
What did he win an Oscar for?
For Dallas Buyers Club.
Wow, never seen it. I actually haven't seen a lot of McConaughey movies. We should do that.
I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club either. I think Jared Leto also won for that. Best Supporting Actor. Because he played the trans lady. Wow. But anyways, he's just a cool motherfucker. And to be in Interstellar, the best movie ever, say, man, you got a joint? Like, be a lot cooler if you did. It's just so fire. Like, that motherfucker's in Interstellar. Crazy. The best movie ever. Crazy.
And Casey Affleck, right? Like such a random character.
Yeah, his older son.
Yeah.
And then also to rewatch the beginning and his daughter is like, no, don't go. Like, I feel like you're not going to come back. And he's like, please, I'll be back. And he just never comes back.
Stab me in the heart.
He just never comes back. That's so crazy. And just the levels in which that movie gets you. And it's just so grand and so crazy. Like, just the concept of needing to go out and explore in outer space because fucking Earth is dying, and the way that they portray Earth dying and the corn and shit in the documentary style is so cool, and just you're so in there, and it's
so genius the way that they give you the context of. I love talking about Interstellar, but we totally sidetracked from freaking
Fight Club.
But the way that they give you the context when they have to go to her school, or the kid's school because he's not doing well, or like whatever, his test scores weren't that great, and it's like he's going to be a farmer because we need farmers. And yeah, like whatever they talk about, like whatever theory was like not real, the moon theory, the moon landing, they say was like obviously fake, and like some other stuff. I forget what it is, but it's like, yeah, they just give you just enough context to understand that we're in the future in this like not apocalyptic, but
the Earth is dying. We need
dystopian, yeah, setting.
It's not dystopian. But yeah,
I think it's a future dystopia of now.
I don't think so. I think a dystopia would be like humans,
like The Last of Us.
No, I don't. That's an apocalypse,
right?
Or an apocalyptic. Yeah. A dystopia would be like the Hunger Games.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out movies, man, and shout out. It's 3:30.
Okay.
Shout out all of our listeners. This has been, I think, our best pod yet.
I know, right?
Our second one. But I feel much more comfortable sending this to people. So if anybody listens, thank you, and we love you, and peace.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Boom.